This is Calvin Castine. We're at South Acres Field. We had a 5:30 start at this game, so you know we're a little ways into it. It's been raining quite heavily, steadily, if not heavily. Most of the game. It cleared up a little bit, so we drove around and checked the cloud situation, and it looked like it might stay dry for a while, so we're going to attempt to bring you the remaining portion of this game. The Vero Beach Florida Nationals against the Plattsburgh Senior A Babe Ruth team. It's an all-star team. This fellow here is from Bootleggers. We're located down the first base line where this game is being played. 1-1, says umpire Ron Chase. This game being played at South Acres in the shadows of the Alpert barn. They're updating the scorebook for us, so we'll have the game situation for you momentarily. There's no shelter here at this ball field. Even the dugouts have no roof. When we arrived, we were hoping that there'd be some kind of shelter we could get under and tape the entire game, but I'm not sure why they would build a dugout. It goes right by going through putting a roof on it if you don't put anything on that roof to keep the rain and sun out. There's not really any logic to having a roof here, except maybe to save you from a foul ball coming in over the top of you. I don't think foul balls that are popped up would be a big problem for the people on the bench. Full count. We see a runner at third base and a runner at first. Temperature probably in the mid-60s. It's cool here. No, strike three called at the knees. Thought he had a free pass, and he goes from hustling to first to going back to the bench with the bat in hand. Sounds like they're saying 2 down. And the pitch, strike called. It's been a cold last couple of weeks here in the North Country. Today's the 9th of July. It's a Sunday afternoon. 4 weeks ago, June 11th, it was 45 degrees out through most of the day. We've had very few warm days thus far this summer. It's been very wet. Most of the nation, not all of the nation, but a lot of the nation in drought condition. Runners at second and third now. 1-1 to count. Now Ryan busy over there, Vero Beach manager, updating the scorebook for us. "31, 3-1 to count."
I only got 2 outs in
the second inning, it sounds like. That's ball 4. Oxen 3-1 pitch. So that'll load the bases with 2 down.
I thought the scorebook is so wet I can't read them out of them, but I've done the best I can. Okay, this was up to date. Oh no, it's not up to date.
Alright, it's not up to date. Try again.
Greg, I need theirs.
Getting the scorebook up to date is an ongoing process. We're hoping that right there, those little gap of blue skies you see is what awaits us, although there's a dark cloud in there also. We will not tape in the rain, so if you're seeing this, then chances are it didn't rain and I was able to complete the game. If you're not seeing this, then it rained, so if you're not seeing this, pay no attention to it. Like 2 called.
Now it's up to date. This is Nolan up with the bases loaded. He plays Frost Stable Forks.
Alright, Nolan is at bat. 2 outs in the second. Florida leading, what, 2-0? 3-0. 3-0.
Home run by Lou Slitton in the first inning, and a 2-run single by JoJo Herndon in the second.
Alright. You want to give me some first names in these players, Al, on your team? 2-2 the count. Bases loaded. Tying run on. Go ahead, run at the plate for Plattsburgh. That's fouled out directly over our heads. And the wind is shifting, and rather than that blue sky area coming in, we might be getting the dark cloud area coming on over us.
There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan. If only I could read his writing. Alright, still 2-2 count. He swings, goes after a high one. Foul tipped, hung on to. I didn't hear the foul tip, but Ron Chase indicating that it was a foul tip. So they leave the bases loaded. They remain scoreless, and after 2 full, our score, the Vero Beach Florida Nationals 3, and Plattsburgh Senior Babe Ruth team, nothing here on Hometown Cable. Alright, we will continue here. That's our canvas camera cover that you see flopping in front of you once in a while. Let's see, up for the, it's gonna be a little tricky here. We're going to get 2 hands. This is Jared Withers at the plate, starting to rain. So you might not see this game. Strike, says Ron Chase. Pitching for Plattsburgh is Houston. Defense. Now we have several positions where we didn't have several players in no defensive position listed. So I guess we won't give you the defense. Foul ball off his foot, says the umpire. But the defense out there includes Facette, Lawrence, Passano, Berto, Hodges, Seguin, Bergman, Hart, Houston the pitcher, and Nolan. In the top of the third, 0-2 the count to Withers. Protecting the plate, fouls it off into the parking lot. Only a few devoted fans here watching the game. I will not say enjoying the game, because I think the weather makes that impossible. Congratulations to Tracy Thorpe for being an 11th round draft pick. Thorpe, always a gentleman and always willing to help us when he came up here. He'd be carrying a ton of equipment. He'd always come over and say, "You need a hand with that?" And very nice young man, and we're glad that he was drafted, and we wish him well in his baseball endeavors. That's fouled.
Hey, nice at bat, Jared.
Before we forget to read them, we'll read the full sponsors for the 2000 Florida Nationals. Polish American Social Club, Los Angeles Dodgers organization, Mr. and Mrs. Ferguson Peters, Mr. Andrew Edmonds, Crystal Pools of Indian River, Hale Indian River Groves, Schlip Brothers, that's a line shot in the left center field gap. It's going to drop in. It's going to get at least 2 bases. And he'll be standing up at second with a double. Now, Pat Hickey or Hokie, we can't read the writing for sure, but Pat Hickey or Hokie is up there. Now we go as far as Hale Indian River Groves. And we got the Schlip Brothers painting. Hit through the middle. It's going to drive in run number 4. And the throw to the plate is cut off. Now I'll bring up JoJo Herndon. And we'll try to continue with that list of underwriters. Try to get a picture here without the sun. It's tough. It's high. Okay, Schlip Brothers Painting. They're going to get a lot of acknowledgement here. That's about the 3rd time we've said them. Hayburst Land Surveyors and on Old Dixie Highway. Hayburst Land Surveyors on Old Dixie Highway. Not to be confused with the Hayburst Land Surveyors on the New Dixie Highway, I guess. Googe Transport on Eagle Drive in Fort Pierce. And Joe's Electric of St. Lucie County. Joe's Electric. Partial sponsors: Style Oil Company, Gracewood Fruit Company, Goodmar Adhesives in Houston, Texas. Train to Attain, Knight McGuire Associates on Royal Palm Boulevard. West Side Animal Hospital. Our thanks to all of the sponsors and to all those who did so much to make our pancake breakfast a success, including IHOP, the Moose Lodge, McDonald's West, and the Publix stores. It's fouled over our head again. In the Ryanwood Plaza and the Miracle Mile Plaza. I hope that Ryanwood Plaza has nothing to do with our Ryan. Ball 4.
Come on, Joe.
All right, now we got Terry. Boy, oh boy. Looks like Everett. Looks like Elliott. Looks like a lot of things. Wherever he is, he's at the plate. And he has a strike on him. If it gets any colder, rain or not, I'm out of here. Swing and a miss.
Barry?
2. That's fouled off. Out of play. Not sure where that ball landed. I think it landed on my car. I'm parked way over there, and I thought it was safe, but that ball went back there. We heard a thud. Like 3. 1 down. Now Joe looks like Barger, but probably isn't. Ball 1. Runners at first and second, one out in the third. Sun trying to peek through, and even if it does, got a 25-mile-an-hour wind with temperatures closing in on 60 degrees. That's a ground ball. I thought about what else he could do with it, but decided to get the shore out. That's 2 down. And he gets us to the top of the order, James Weir. Looks like he's 0 for 2 at the moment. The temperature right now is probably typical of our April weather. A lot of the spring softball, high school softball, baseball games get out with this wind and cool temperatures. Long throw to first. They got, pulled the first baseman off the plate. They got him at the plate. Ball is dropped. 2-run score. 2-run score. So a chopper down the third baseline, and the Nationals able to get 2 out of it. I'll bring up the veteran Will Schlitt. He's been up here several times over the years. Been 15 now for about 6 years, I guess. So that makes it 6-0 in favor of Florida. Top of the third inning. The pitch is high. Another one high. Runner at second base. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Strike 2 called. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Checks in, nods, checks the runner, and comes to the plate. Ground ball to second. Throw to first in time for the out, but not before Florida picks up 3. Vero Beach leads Plattsburgh 6-0 at the end of 2.5 here on Hometown Cable. Let's see how fast the clouds are moving here. You look at them behind the barn, they're just high winds just whipping the clouds through here. Bottom of the third inning. This is Facette at the plate.
Strike, come on.
And I don't know, you can get a uniform name on them there. I don't see any particular name on that uniform. I don't know which team he's from.
Throw strike.
Alright, let's see here. Do we have a name? No, we don't have a name for the pitcher here. We'll have to find out. Okay. Okay, Ryan First is the pitcher. Yeah, we do have, there we go, ball 4 to Facette. I'll bring up Lawrence. Lawrence, the batter. Okay, here's the names. That James Weir right, Will Schlitt right, Ryan McCain will be the next batter for Vero Beach. And we've got Charlie Perman out there, Jared Withers, one of the first ones who name we couldn't get. Pat Hakey, we were pretty close on that one. Jojo Herndon, I think we were pretty close on that one. Terry Schlitt, we were nowhere near that one. And Joe Barker was also up there. So ball's in the dirt, and we're going to have a runner at second base. 1-1 to count. Nobody out in the bottom half of the third. 1-2 the count. One around. No.
Ooh, can will you feel that?
Ron Chase.
300 feet.
Ron Chase not peeling it. Up to him whether he wants to peel to the base umpire. Bill Schlitt makes the catch. That's one down. And see, it'll bring up Pasno. Gonna get pleasant out here if this keeps up. Wind has temporarily died down here. It's still gusting up above based on the clouds rolling by. Pasno stepping in. But here at ground level, it's almost comfortable. And a pitch. High, ball one.
Come on, Ryan, too many pitches.
He's soaked. John Coyer coaching at third base. He looks like a drowned animal over there. I won't say what kind of an animal, but the one that is just drowned is what he looks like. It's a ground ball to short. Gonna come to first.
Boy, Jojo.
That was Jojo Barger, I guess. Jojo Herndon making the play at short. 2 outs, and Berto, the extra hitter, stepping in. You see the different colored uniforms, but we don't know which team these guys are representing. And a pitch from first. Right down the pike. Strike one. 2 outs and a runner at third. Low, 1-1.
Come on, Ryan.
Right, 2. 1-2 the count. And a pitch. Not leaving the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the third.
All right, go get him, Ryan. Come on.
Line shot. Going to drop in. Base hit. Short left field. Let's score a run. Oh, Martin Berto is on. Now Hodges steps in. First run of the afternoon for Plattsburgh. 6-1 the score. Tuck that shirt in. Let's see. Looks like.
Come on, Ryan.
Looks like Mars Hill. Trying to read what sponsor's name in that shirt. I've never heard of Mars Hill, but that's what it looks like. Here's the pitch. Grounded. The right side. They got him.
Way to be there, Ryan.
They got him. So Plattsburgh picks up a run. After 3 full, the Vero Beach Florida Nationals 6. Plattsburgh Senior Babe Ruth All-Stars 1 here on Hometown Cable. Alright, McCain, the batter here. The batter, not the bladder. Let's see, McCain. Ryan McCain at the plate. And we got Berto pitching now for Plattsburgh. We struggle along here in the wind and the rain. Trying to tape the game and keep track of the players at the same time. Like 2, the sun trying to peek out. Well, we almost have sunshine on us here. Oh, now it comes out. That's gonna feel good. Go. You're up 3rd strike. He's out at first. It looked like he was running in fair territory. If he'd been running in foul territory, it would have been actually better for him. As we have, let's see, Charlie or Chuck Perman. You're supposed to run in foul territory when you get about halfway up that line if the ball's being handled by somebody behind you, which usually means the pitcher, catcher, or third baseman. But in that case, he was running in, I believe, fair territory. But the ball was in foul territory, so if he'd been running where he should have been, it would have actually made it a tougher throw, and he would have been legally where he should have been in the baseline. Ground ball to 3rd. Throw will be in the dirt. Ball was out of play. There goes an error on the third baseman, but it was a ball that the first baseman Bergman could have handled. But it goes an error on Lawrence. It's a one-hopper that isn't that difficult to handle, in my humble opinion. And I think Bergman's kind of blaming himself a little bit for missing that one, although it's not his error. Let's see, we got Withers, Jared Withers, stepping in here with a runner at 2nd and 1 out. Looks like they got a pot of coffee brewing over there. Strike 1. Alright, we have to make a battery switch, so we missed a pitch. It was low in the dirt. And we got a runner at 3rd base as a result. 2-1 to count. Sun peeking through here on this early July evening. 3 balls and a strike. Whoop, he's in no man's land. He's safe, he's lucky to be safe, and every play at the 2nd, he's out. Look at the out at 2nd. That's 2 down, I guess. And now Pat Hickey will step in. Whoa. Well, let me tell you, it's like they opened the oven door and that sun peeked out here. Strike 1. Top of the 4th. almost halfway through the game. One and one to count. Vero Beach leading 6-1. A runner at second base. Berto on the pitching rubber for Plattsburgh. Comes to the plate. Must have been a ball. Ball three. Ron Chase, last year, I'm not sure if he's still the head of the Lion Mountain Umpires Association. Lucky to come up with an umpire on Sunday. The Champlain Valley Baseball League is going full steam today with doubleheaders throughout the North Country. There's a strike call. Runner at third. Nobody covering. Strolls down the base path. That's popped up. It's going to be out of play. Three and two the count. Way high, ball four. Gonna try to score. Here's a throw. He's out. No, the ball's dropped. Ball was there, but it was dropped. And slowly making his way to first base was Pat Hickey. But now JoJo Herndon will step in now. With 2 outs and a 7-1 lead.
Barry, you're up. You're up. Let me get back on the field.
That's way high. That's going to put a runner at second base.
I don't know. I don't have an item. Well, I don't know. He had told me. I go up. I don't care. Just go up and send you back. Or...
And a pitch. High.
Hey, how many outs?
2 outs here in the fourth. That's going to be out of play. Onto the softball field.
Hey, get the camera away! Hey, get the camera away!
Yeah, get the camera away. That's Al Ryan's grandson. I know it's Racine. I just taped him 3 days ago in a grasshopper game. A Pee-wee game. Strike two. And believe me, he likes the camera, so he doesn't really want that camera away. Ooh, oh. That sounded painful. Now Terry Schlitt at the plate. This game being taped the day after Roger Clemens hit Mike Piazza on the helmet in a big battle of the Mets and the Yankees. Clemens had one pizza to go, and Piazza went. But as we were waiting for the rain to clear up today, we were listening to ESPN radio, and they had a press conference on, but with pizza, talking about that beaning, and he's saying it's deliberate. That's old news by the time you people watch this game on television, your local cable channel. The game will be shown in Plattsburgh, Charter Communications, in Vero Beach area, on Al Ryan Vision, and in the Champlain area on Time Warner Cable. Strike called. Two runners in scoring position, ducks on the pond for the Nationals. Strike right down the middle. Perfect pitch to Schlitt.
Okay, open up the strike zone.
Foul ball. Now that the wind has stopped and the sun has peeked out, it's downright pleasant. Again, we missed the first couple of innings due to rain. There's no place to tape here that's sheltered. It's ball 4. First base was open, so that'll load the bases. Schlitt makes his way to first base, where Coach Holmes is eagerly awaiting, and Joe Herndon, the shortstop, will step in. Bases loaded situation. The team already up 7-1. And it was turning out to be a long fourth inning. Looked like it was going to be a quick inning. Ball 1. Looked like that ball might have bounced up and hit the catcher. And a pitch. Strike. Unassisted put out at third base. They get the force. So Florida Nationals will settle for a run in their half of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the inning, 7-1. Vero Beach leading Plattsburgh. Alright, the last batter for Vero Beach was Barger. I'm not sure if we introduced him or not. It is 7-1, and we are going to the bottom half of the fourth. Seguin, the batter. Up for Florida, for Plattsburgh. Strike 1 to Seguin. A new pitcher. Not sure if Mr. Ryan's going to tell us who the pitcher is here. Okay, Joe Grogan is now on the mound for Vero Beach.
Go, Joe! Low!
Low Joe Grogan.
Not too slow!
Low but not slow Joe Grogan.
I know, it's like, oh, we heard everything.
Go watch your body. Come on, Joe.
31. Ball 4. So we got a base runner. Seguin goes to first. Now Bergman will step in.
down the road, but I mean,
Watching Champlain.
it's like honestly like a mile, and it's like it's a difference between
Ooh, hit him. Retaliating.
All right, 14? Yep. Huh? Yeah. All right.
He's alright, hit right between the shoulder blades.
It used to be where that.
Somebody else just move somewhere else.
Now Hart steps in.
Pretty much. That's the way I am.
Runners at first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. He fouls it off, strike one. There's not a safe place to park here at South Acres Field during a baseball game. Every place is fair game for a foul ball. Soft liner, no infield fly called. It was not quite a pop-up. That's one down, and now Houston will step in. Looks like Bob Houston, but since I couldn't read any of the other writing, there's no sense in trying to guess at that. Houston at the plate for Plattsburgh. He's the fellow with the bootlegger's shirt on, or at least one of them. Ground ball. Looking for two. Got to get one first. He gets this one in second. Gets the middle runner. Two down. Shortstop came up a little close on it, a little quick on it. Herndon came up a little too soon. Now Kellen Nolan stepping to the plate. In tight, ball one. Runners at the corners, 2 outs.
Let's go. Throw it low. Boy, he's on that. Five there, got 2 down.
Strike comes after a low one.
Go at it. You're going to go at it.
1-1.
One.
11 minutes, second, third now.
Come on, there's 2. That's twice scoring position. Gotta get him in. Concentrate here. Come on. Ground ball here. Do big time.
Strike 2. 2-2. Let's see if we can read that. Legion. Legion can't quite read the post number.
Nice pitch.
Kind of protecting the plate on that one. Goes down swinging. Nothing across for Plattsburgh. Remains 7-1. We are going to the 5th inning here on Hometown Cable. Vero Beach, Florida National Baseball from beautiful downtown Plattsburgh. All right, we're in the top of the 5th, strike 1 to James Weir.
Shut up. I'm not pitching now. 1-1.
1-1 to count. Berto winds and delivers. Ground ball to the left side. Third base, nice charity hop. Over to first, in time for the out. 1 down. And they throw it away, and he's throwing it around the infield routine. Now Will Schlitt will step in. He homered it back in that first inning. And although we're facing easterly and toward Vermont, that's not one of the Green Mountains back there. That is not Mount Mansfield. Will Schlitt at the plate. 1 out in the 5th. We saw that home run while we were sitting in our car in the parking lot during the rain. Hit it over the fence. And he just trotted around the bases. That's high. Field doesn't look wet because at no time did it really pour torrential downpour type. It's just a steady cold rain. It didn't rain that long, so the field's in good shape. A lot of sand in this field to begin with, so the water soaks in. These fields at South Acres get a lot of use every night. They're being utilized. There's an additional softball field beyond us here where the bleachers are, and there's one behind us. We have a baseball field and 2 softball fields. That's hit foul.
Coach.
3-2 the count. That's fouled off. Now the sun has left us. It's starting to get a little dark. And a play. That one is a little tougher. That was kind of short hop to the first baseman, although he's saying he should have caught it. He's saying that to himself. It's not Bergman, it's, let's see. It should be Hodges at first base right now. Should be Hodges. And let's see. Ryan McCain hits it to first. Two down. Runner at third. Charlie Perman at the plate. Pitch. Gonna drop in. Base hit. Makes it 8-1. RBI single by Perman. And I'll bring up Jared Withers. Berto glances at the runner, comes to first. Close, close. They'd called him out. I don't think there would have been much of an argument on the Florida side.
Way to get dirty, Charlie.
Annual trip for the Florida Nationals from Vero Beach. Opening game of the road trip. A stolen base. We'll take a moment right now, again while we're thinking of it, to go through those underwriters that make this trip possible every year. Or as Yogi Bear would say, makes this trip necessary every year. 2000 Florida National full sponsors include Polish American Social Club, Los Angeles Dodgers Organization, Mr. and Mrs. Ferguson Peters, strike called, Mr. Andrew Edmonds. Crystal Pools of Indian River. Hale Indian River Groves. Must be a different way to say that. Hale Indian River Groves. Schlitt Brothers Painting. Hayburst Land Surveyors on Old Dixie Highway. Googe Transport on Eagle Drive in Fort Pierce. And Joe's Electric of St. Lucie County. That's hit foul. Partial sponsors: Style Oil Company, Gracewood Fruit Company, Goodmar Adhesives in Houston, Texas, Train to Attain, Knight, McGuire and Associates on Royal Palm Boulevard, and Westside Animal Hospital. And our thanks to all the sponsors and to all of those who did so much to make our pancake breakfast a success, including IHOP, the Moose Lodge, McDonald's West, and the Publix stores in the Ryanwood Plaza and the Miracle Mile Plaza. So with all that said and done, we'll get back to the game. And the pitch from Vero. Fouled off.
I'm looking 30.
Man. Oh, yes, I win. I win. Yes. Hello.
I got oh, hey, Joe, me and you. I thought she was like 17. They were right. They said 13 and 14. Hey, get there, Jared. Hold up. Watch it.
So we're going to left field. Run scores. Now 8-1.
And then he's like,
Alright, it's either Jared Withers or Pat Hickey at the plate. They're calling him Pat, so it's got to be Pat Hickey. So it must be 2 runs in for Vero Beach. Because Hickey would be 2 for 6th batter. Strike. Top of the 5th inning. 1-1 to score. 1-1 to count. 8 or 9-1 to score. Two and 1. Grounded to the right side. Gets through everybody.
Jared.
I got time. Two out, man. Let's play ball.
Jojo Herndon. Runners at the corners. Ball 1. Line shot. That's a base hit. That'll score a run. That'll make it 9-1. We'll try to get 2. And he'll be in at second. So a double for Herndon. Now Terry Schlitt will step in.
I've got worms.
Hey, we need to get a stop for that.
Tell her, man.
Take them. Hey, you always
Oh! Later.
And a pitch. High for a ball. Okay, this is Aaron Lauren. He's a local boy. He's from Shazy. Well, this is a North Country boy, Aaron Lauren. Every year, Al Ryan picks up one local player. They need that extra player. And this year it's Aaron Lauren, and he's in there for Terry Schlitt. Surprised he didn't pick up his grandson, who also played for Shazy. Walked Lauren and loads the bases. And Joe Barger will step in. And we're going to have a pitching change for Plattsburgh here. A new pitcher will get his name and pass it on to you as quickly as we get it. All right, Kellen Nolan is the pitcher. Strike. Joe Barker at the plate. In tight. 1-1. Two and 1 to count. High bouncer to second. Goes to the shortstop covering, gets the force. So we'll add up the runs, like 9 batters. Sounds like 3 runs. In the 5th, we're going to the bottom of the inning. Vero Beach, Florida Nationals leading Senior Babe Ruth of Plattsburgh. Alright, don't know if they've made any changes, but Facette is due up.
Ten to 1.
So 2 the count. 10-1 in the bottom of the 5th.
No. No.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down.
All right, let's go.
Well, Lawrence at the plate. Strike 1. That's in the dirt. He bunted at it.
But he did. I don't figure it out.
You have those colored underwear on, or what?
Grounded 3rd. Fair ball. Ball gets away. Right fielder, good position to back it up.
Come on, Joe.
Now Passano will step in. Swings at the first pitch. Hits it to left field. Should score the run. Tag and throw. He'll score. It'll be a 10-2 ball game.
Calm down, baby.
And we'll bring up Berto. 2 outs, nobody on now. Bottom half of the 5th. And the pitch. Strike 1.
Well, she did a good job on her tongue. She didn't do good on mine.
1-1. Two and 1.
Come on, Joe.
In tight, hit the shirt. Alberto gets a free pass on the hit batter routine. And it brings up the first baseman, Hodges. Two down. In the pitch. Fouled off. Strike 1.
Oh, gee, thank you.
Roberto safely at second. Hit to right field. Squeezed for the 3rd out. We're going to go to the 6th inning. The Vero Beach Florida Nationals leading the Plattsburgh Senior Babe Ruth All-Stars by a 10-2 margin. First game of the first game of the 2000 road trip. James Weir will step in and lead off for the Nationals in the top of the 6th inning. It starts to cloud up again here in Plattsburgh at South Acres Field. So high, ball 1. Game almost 2 hours old. Started right about 6 o'clock. Oh, actually it's over 2 hours old. Started at 5:30. Over 2 hours old. On the ground, hits the mound. Nolan over to first, in time. Nice recovery there by Kellen Nolan. I think it hit the pitching rubber. It just took a high bounce. It had to do more than just hit the mound. It bounced straight up, and Nolan was able to recover and make the play. So that's 1 down.
All right, come on, Will.
Now Will Schlitt steps in.
Of course.
Okay. Oop, just dropped our scorebook. That's hit to left field. It's going to be extra bases. It'll be bouncing off the fence. And Schlitt, who already has a homer to his credit, gets a stand-up double. And now Ryan McCain steps in. McCain at the plate. And the pitch.
All right, get hold of one, Ryan. Come on. There we go.
Hey, Jojo.
Schlitt goes to 3rd. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Umpire Chase corrects it. 2-1. Foul tip, strike 2. Count at 2-2.
Watch it, Josh. Don't start with me.
Nathan said he was ready to go. Maybe he's going to come take him out.
Good, I'll take it.
Round off. Rounded, fouled off.
Nathan.
Slow moving ball game, very slow moving. And the pitch. Fouled at the plate again. Catcher Hart looked like he was happy to have caught that one. Ball 4. So he fouls off a bunch and gets a base on balls. Runners at the corners.
Go, Charlie.
And Charlie Perman. Charlie Perman, the batter. In tight, ball 1.
Come on, Charlie, base it.
If you had your windows open, you probably heard that call right there. Two balls and a strike.
All right, come on.
Off the plate, all 3. Three 1 pitch, taken tight. Ball 4 loads the bases. And now Jared Withers at the plate. Jared Withers batting with the bases full and 1 out in the 6th inning. It's the first pitch to shallow right field. Second baseman is back, makes the catch. So that's 1 down. The second baseman is, let's see who it is. Seguin. Seguin making the catch. It's 2 down, and Pat Hickey stepping in.
Come on, Pat.
Ball 1.
Come on, Pat.
Strike called. Strike 2. 2-2 pitch. Full count.
3 and 2, 2 out.
Terry Schlitt coaching at first. Greg Holmes at third. Knocked down at short. Throw the first, gonna be wide.
Beat that out. Go, go, go.
We had another battery change. We got Joe Herndon at the plate. Or JoJo Herndon. It's fouled off. Look out. 0-2 the count. Runners at second, third. 2 runs crossed in that overthrow. Strike 3 looking. So the Florida Nationals pick up 2. They lead 12-2 as we go to the bottom half of the 6th here on Hometown Cable.
All right. Come on, Joe.
Getting late in the day here, 8:04 on this July 9th, and Seguin at the plate for Plattsburgh. 12-2 the score. Joe Grogan delivers in tight.
go, Joe.
3-0. 3 balls, no strikes.
Back one at a time.
Ball 4, Seguin gets a free pass with the base on balls. And I'll bring up Murphy.
Come on, Ed. Be patient.
Murphy in the game for Bergman.
Yeah, it's on the stage.
And we'll have a runner at second base.
Oh, no, mind. They don't think.
Pitch to Murphy, swung on, hit to left side.
Come on, Eric. Come on.
Fair ball.
Over there. Curly.
And RBI. And a double.
Attaboy, Murphy.
Okay, Hart at the plate now. He'll be coming in to pitch next half inning. Murphy with the RBI double makes it 12-3. In tight. He's going to move Murphy to third base. With nobody out here in the 6th.
There we go.
Base hit. It's going to score a run. And Kevin Hart, the RBI single, brings up Houston.
Go, Joe.
12-4 the score now. Strike one to Houston.
That's good for it, Fred.
Get him early, Joe. Keep coming now.
1-1.
Come on, Joe.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Joe, come on now. You got 2 on the stack.
Slow roller to short. Can be trouble. Throw to first will not be in time. Oh, gets a groan from the Plattsburgh side.
Nice play. Go, Joe.
I think the call was correct, though. It looked like they were not going to get him. Looked like they weren't going to get him, but I think they got him by a fraction of a step.
Come on, Joe. Top. Your shoulder up the baseball. One shoulder up the baseball.
Now, let's see. That'll get us to Kellen Nolan.
All right, come on, Joe.
It's the first pitch. Towering fly ball to center field.
Play, Ryan.
And now Facette steps in. Leadoff hitter for Plattsburgh. Pitches in the dirt, ball 1.
All right, come on, Joe.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Right, I got you out of the game to save on.
Oh, the first in time. In time. Had a little trouble deciding who was going to field that one. And we go to the top of the 7th now with the score 12-4. Vero Beach leads. Aaron Lauren from Shazy at the plate. Facette now behind the plate for Plattsburgh, and Hart on the pitching rubber. Top of the 7th inning in a 7-inning ball game. Getting dark out here. It's been a long game. It's going to be a 3-hour game.
Let's go now.
Out of the play. 3-1 to count. Foul tip, strike 2. 3-2, full count. So in a long game, we're getting a payoff pitch for the first batter here. And a walk to start the 7th. Joe Barker steps in. For the score, nobody out in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Gets away. We're going to have a runner at second base.
Come on. That fastball again. Bring it up.
2-0 the count. Hart's been catching the whole game, so he's tough to come out there. Catching is a tough job. Go out there and pitch after catching all that time. 3-0 the count. Strike.
Got 2 outs. See if we can get a third.
And a pitch. Ball 4. We're going to have runners at the corners. 2 walks start the 7th inning. Top of the order up now. James Weir, the batter. Strike called.
Right
1-1.
right, come on now, come on, James.
I wish this game would get going here. It's Sunday night. Strike. Here comes the runner. Safe at the plate. Aaron Lawrence scores. And we'll have a rundown. In the pickle, and they got him. They got him.
Better way to run him, Joe!
13-4 the score now. 1 out. Strike 3, drop third strike. You'll be safe at first. Oh, Weir reaches on the dropped third strike, and Will Schlitt will step in now.
All right, come on, Will.
That's one.
Spent the afternoon taping a Iroquois Lacrosse Association lacrosse game. And came down here. That ball is out of here and over the backstop. Apparently hit off the head of Ron Chase.
All right, let's see that fastball. Come out here.
Hit off the head of Ron Chase. He's looking at the catcher as if saying, "Why didn't you catch that ball?"
He's got that. Just play like how many shows hurry up again. We'll get 2 dark now. Yeah, no, my leg. All part now?
All right, I got to stand up and catch.
Come on, go.
Oh, lonely, lonely, lonely.
Your hand. Oh, yeah.
I know how to do a curveball.
Chase back on his feet.
Hey, Ryan.
He's got that face mask, but no helmet there.
We're ready. Too late, guys.
Come on, do
I can get it. I did that work on six.
Good thing he's from Lion Mountain. They got hard heads.
One more run.
All right, hey.
Strike. One pitch. Line shot, base hit to center field.
Hey, get home, get
Going to score another run. Make it 14-4 in favor of the Nationals.
No, watch it. Do it again. Behind the back.
It's getting dark. They might call this game.
Oh, you finally missed one. You missed one.
So we'll call the game. Umpires are concerned about the darkness. John Coyer with his team down by 10 didn't put up too much of an argument. He's seen enough baseball games to know when it's over. 14-4 will be the final. Actually, you'll have to go back to the previous half inning, so it'll be 12-4 officially. But as far as actual runs scored, it's 14-4. The Vero Beach, Florida Nationals take the first game of their 2000 road trip to the North Country, and that's the way it was on this July 9th. In a 3-hour ball game at South Acres Park here in beautiful downtown Plattsburgh. You've been watching Hometown Cable, and according to Al Ryan's granddaughter, if you're watching this, you're only one of 3 viewers that Hometown Cable has, so consider yourself fortunate.